And a balloon. Scruffy's not scared. Don't eat it, Scruffy. Right guys, this is a very odd start to today's vlog, but I found a balloon in the hedge, so I'm just showing it to the ponies, because why not? Today me and Yoda are going out competing. It's quite a complicated competition to explain, but I'll do my best. Good boy Pop. I'm packing the car now. I've got Yoda's lovely new white numna. And I'm going to try and explain a bit about what this competition is. So the whole thing is called a Jigsaw event. And it is essentially a one-day event but across 3 different weeks. So the Showjumping is on the first week, and then the dressage is 2 weeks from now, and the cross-country is 2 weeks from then. We thought this would be a really nice one to do with Yoda after his long break from competing this summer because of his lameness. Because A, all of the disciplines are on a surface, so it's all in an arena, which is really nice for him. It'll be good for his feet, it'll be good for his joints, it'll be good for everything. And B, because in between each of the days you then have time to like decompress and like reset, and then you have time to think about the next discipline rather than just rushing into each of them. And hopefully this will lead up to us being able to do some eventing next year. But yes, that is probably the best I can explain it. I'm going to go grab some more stuff for the car. So for the Jigsaw event, I'm doing the 80 and a prelim dressage test. But today's the Showjumping, and they have actually let people enter the Showjumping individually. So I'm going to do a 70 individually. So it's like a little warm-up. He can see the jumps. Like, I don't have to do it competitively or anything. We'll see how he's feeling, and you know, it kind of just leads up to the bigger class, which is really useful of them to let us do, because it'll be really helpful for me and Yoda. I'm just mucking out Yoda's stable quickly, and I put my hat on because there are so many like little mosquito emoji bitey flies. It's unreal. For winter, this is too many, so I'm going to protect my head. Right, you don't have to watch me muck out, that's a bit boring. Who's the happy chappy? Good boy. Say hello.
Oh, I need to go lower.
That's really beautiful. I'm getting a cheese panini. We're here now. We've just walked the course for the 70. How's it looking, Emily?
Gorgeous. I mean, some people have really Italian fingers. Like, their fingers are really long and it looks really Italian.
Yeah, exactly. So Breezy, thank you.
Hello people, is this for your YouTubers?
Yes.
Hey, Thea's YouTube fam.
Hello, this is voiceover Thea here to let you know a bit about what I thought of these rounds. So as you can see here, as we pop into canter, there's a bit of head flinging. This is just him getting excited, and I'm actually really pleased with this because generally at competitions he's really steady, he gets quite sticky over the jumps, he needs a lot of leg, so I'm really pleased with how he was taking me into them. He jumps the first one really nicely in a nice rhythm, gets a nice stride, and then rushes a bit round the corner to the second, which is something we have to work on. We do tend to get a bit of outside bend as we're going round, because when he's in an excited mood and he's just thinking about what's next, he doesn't really concentrate on what his body's doing. He does not get a good stride to this one, but again recovers really quickly and on to number 4. This turn was actually far better than the first one, although it could have been a bit wider. He was still listening to me a lot more. He jumps that one really nicely on a perfect stride, and then again with the next one. He has a little look at number 6 as it had a spooky filler underneath it, which actually caught a lot of people out, and so he does a little chipped in stride because he's a bit unsure. Looking back on this round, our canter was so nice, and I'm so pleased with how forward and keen and bouncy he was. I could have done a lot better to set him up for this fence. I think I kind of just winged it and let him sort himself out, but I've learnt with Yoda that sometimes it's just best to sit quiet and let him figure it out. So here we turn way too tight into the wall, and he doesn't have time to see it, and he just panics and pulls up at the last minute. Yoda is a horse that can be spooky, so partially a rider error there, but one thing I don't ever want to do is make him feel like he can't say no. So we just take a minute to reset, get ourselves sorted out, get ourselves ready to try again. It's a completely natural thing for a horse to be scared of something, and I'm never ever going to be someone that tells a horse off for stopping. So we represent, and he jumps it really nicely the second time with barely a glance. This was now the last fence, and he did have a little look at this one, which meant I was prepared for him to stop, so I got a bit left behind, but we just need to slip our reins and give him a big pat. On to the 80 now. This is probably one of my absolute favourite rounds to date because he just had so much fun and he was super keen. As we went into canter, we had a little bit of a moment, so I just thought, hang on, we've got time, we can do that again, we can do it much more calmly, and we can set ourselves up better for the round. So I just circled in trot, and just look at him flicking his toes, he's literally having the time of his life. We popped into canter again, and it was so much nicer the second time, and I think it just set us up really nicely for the round. You'll see it in a second, but I just absolutely love the way his stride changes when he sees the jump. He just absolutely bombs at it. He's like, oh yes, this is my job, I'm gonna go really fast. He gets the perfect stride to this one, really nice forward canter, a bit too fast, but we'll ignore that for now because I just love the excitement. It's at this point I'm thinking I might have a serious problem with being able to stop, but actually as the round goes on, he gets into it, steadies up and settles into a really nice forward canter. We got a bit close to number 2, but the next few jumps more than make up for that. These next 2 jumps were just perfect in my eyes, and I think it's such a big confidence booster for both of us as we're going round when it goes this smoothly. I tried to go nice and wide round the turn to give him a nice long approach, and he just makes such a nice shape over it. That is by far my favourite jump of the course. The little bumblebee fillers were new, so I was wondering whether he'd spook at that, but he didn't even notice. It is funny what he chooses to look at, because he didn't spook at something new but actually decided to be scared of the butterflies again. So a little awkward over that one, but nice wide turn to number 7. This was technically the timed section, but my aim was just to go clear, so I wasn't really worried about that. He made the decision to take a long one for this one, and that's rare for Yoda, especially at a competition, so I'm really pleased with that. Now round to the wall, and I was extra careful to go nice and wide and steady. We got possibly the worst stride you've ever seen in your life, but anything is better than stopping, so we'll go with it. I'm going to shut up now so you can hear what I say to him when we go clear. Back at home now, and I'm actually so pleased with how it went. He was such a good boy because he generally at competitions goes really steady and stickily over the jumps and doesn't really feel like he's enjoying it very much, and he gets quite spooky and he can stop at any moment, and obviously we did have a stop in the 70, but in general he felt so much happier. He has never been that whizzy competing before. He was so keen and just so speedy. And we actually came 5th in the 70 despite the stop, because I don't think there was many people in the class, and 4th in the 80. Apparently, we've just found this out today, in the Jigsaw event I am apparently up against every single other person doing the event. So I'm up against the people doing the 60 novice, 60 prelim, 70 novice, 70 prelim, 80 novice and 80 prelim. So I think our hopes and dreams of getting placed have been crushed slightly by that fact, but I think each thing is also being judged individually, so it's just really nice to be able to get out and do this thing, even if it doesn't lead up to one big prize at the end. There is a lot of people doing the event in general, so that's a lot of people to be up against, and I came 4th today, which won't have put us in a very good place, but I do not mind because I'm so happy that he's enjoying it. That gives me better hopes for next year, hoping to do some eventing with him, because I wasn't sure whether to do it or not, because I wasn't sure whether he enjoyed competing, and we thought he didn't, and you know, it makes me feel a lot better to know that he feels good about it, and I'm sure that has got a lot to do with the bridleless, the liberty, the bitless, all of that stuff has probably helped him feel more confident and helped him trust me a bit more, and he's just generally enjoying it all a lot more. So that's really good, and that is the best outcome I could have possibly got from today. There wasn't a lot of clears in the 80 actually, so he did amazingly to go clear. He's going to sleep well tonight after all that spiciness. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog for the dressage.
Righty, look at this lovely trot. Now, oh, a bit of spice from Yoda. 1, 2, whee, that's very nice. Spicy Yoda, very nice Thea. Look at this, gorgeous. Thought you said you're going wide, Thea. Thea, you told me that you're going wide. Go wide to this because it's spooky. Or not. Oh, I said so. Got a bit carried away then. Yes, good. Regain composure. Spicy Yoda. Much better. Very nice.